like to support the channel. Also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you.
Yo, what's he got going on here? What's this?
Huh?
What's all this trash here?
Oh, just my box.
You can't go somewhere more productive, like under a bridge or something?
No.
No? You want to go right here in the public?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't.
It ruins the streets. We
I
pay
have
taxes for this place to look clean, and you're ruining it, man.
No, I'm going to keep it clean.
It doesn't look clean. This cardboard box is useless. That suitcase I can understand, but this cardboard box is useless. Why are you
No,
homeless?
I'm going to get in there and
Why are
sleep.
you homeless?
Huh?
Why are you homeless?
Oh, because I don't have a place to stay right now.
Okay, so what were you doing in your 20s?
Huh?
What were you doing in your 20s?
No, you're talking about the box.
I don't give a fuck. The box shouldn't be here. Should the box be here? The box shouldn't fucking be here.
Oh, I was
Is
gonna
there a good reason for a box to be
Yeah,
here?
I was going to sleep in it.
Yeah, the box shouldn't be here. Look at this. Bums in my city. Bums. Sleeping on the street. You know?
I'm not really a bum.
You are a bum.
No, I'm not.
You are a bum because you're sleeping in a cardboard box
Yeah.
on the street. You could go to a park. You could go somewhere private.
No, I can't go to the park.
Yes, you can go to a park. There's a park
No.
right down the way. Right down the way, there's a park,
I
buddy.
can't sleep over there.
I don't give a nigga.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't give a nigga. These niggas. Look at this. I'm tripping over your box. I'm tripping over your box. These niggas. Look at this stupid.
So we clear-cut heard the ignorance that took place directly in that video. But instead of going directly over that, we got the quote-unquote black and brown coalition. So let me just point this one out here, right? You saw somebody who is, for all intents and purposes, black. Seems like they were down in their luck. They might have been homeless for quite a bit. Person might have some type of, mental issues or whatnot, whatever, but they're cognitive enough where they're pretty much, in a sense, fine and okay, right? So let's look at this. Mayor Adams states that migrants' debit card gives up to 10K each to migrants. Another one, Governor Haley asks residents to house migrant families amid growing shelter crisis. Another one, Illinois judge passes rules that illegal migrants can carry guns. They also stated in Illinois, a bill will allow non-citizens to become police. Also again, Illinois pumping $250 million more in taxpayer funds to help illegal migrants in Chicago. Another one, undocumented immigrants can apply for Illinois driver's license beginning July 1st, which, mind you, is right around the corner. Next, we also have this one from New York again. Tons of food gets tossed daily by New York City hotel because migrants won't eat it. Look at that. Now, mind you, this guy is worried about taxpayer money. He's worried about somebody being directly on the street, and supposedly it's going to make the street, look bad. It's going to make the city look bad, when in general, the United States looks like trash. Just compared to a lot of other countries out here and how far more developed they are, even though we're a first world country. You could look at Korea. You could look at Japan. You can look at Norway, Sweden, places in Europe, right? All of those, when you look at their streets, when you look at their communities, when you look at how it is that their economy and everything is moving, it's very positive. It's very clean. It's something that you would think everybody else would want to mimic. Does America want to mimic any of this? No. Does America want to help out everybody else but their own people? Yes. Do you have people here that were not naturally here deciding that they want to get directly on black people when they're down on their luck or suffering through things? Yes, but let's move this directly over to another section, which I've covered some years ago. John James Herrera was an American attorney, activist, and leader in the Chicano movement. It was stated Latin Americans and Mexican descendants belong to the Caucasian race and are therefore white. And that was stated by John J. Herrera, who was the president during the time in 1952. We got Felix, 1905 to 1965, was a Mexican-American restaurateur, activist, and philanthropist in Houston, Texas. He served as the 25th president of the League of United Latin American Citizens. He said, quote, "Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I don't want to ally with him." Now we got Gustavo C. Garcia, July 27th, 1915 to June 3rd of 1964, was an American civil rights attorney. Garcia worked with fellow attorney Carlos Cadena in the landmark case of Hernandez versus Texas, 1954, arguing before the United States Supreme Court for the end of a practice of systematic exclusion of Hispanics from jury service in Jackson County, Texas. Quote, "I know Negroes aren't getting their full share of democracy, but frankly, I'm prejudiced against Negroes, and I do not believe that they are entitled to everything that we get." And last but not least, we got Dr. Hector Garcia, was a physician, military veteran, and advocate for the rights of Mexican Americans. Quote, "We are not and have never been a civil rights organization. Personally, I hate the word." So to the people out there that always state that we have a black and brown coalition, where's the camaraderie? Where is the unity in any of those words? And again, the 1960s, that wasn't that far ago. Some of these people were veterans. Some of these people were attorneys. Some of these people were physicians. Some of these people, worked in restaurants and were also activists themselves. But they all worked amongst themselves in order to better themselves and to segregate themselves and the power and the things that they get, and to make sure that black people don't get pretty much anything at all. But yet for this time, we're supposed to sit up there and think that we're all one, when this is history. This is how everything started. You literally had a Latin American come here and say that, hey, we got to end, this whole thing of trying to consider us not white. We are white. And if you consider us not white, then that within itself is racist. They literally made these arguments. So for all intents and purposes, for any moment in time, historically speaking, factually speaking, that people want to sit up there and state that Latins, Mexicans, or whoever are not white, they are. They fought for this. They literally did. Matter of fact, let me just go back. Right, so just in case anybody wants to question that, we're going to go back to good old Hector Garcia, the founder of the American GI Forum, right? He said, by the early 1950s, the American GI Forum, while still denying that it was a civil rights organization, sought to end discrimination in Texas schools, in employment, and in the use of public spaces. The core strategy depended on educating Anglos that Americans of Spanish-speaking descent, or Latin Americans, were Caucasian, and that to identify them as anything but white, whether on birth certificates or traffic citations, was illegal, making any distinction between Latin Americans and whites, he wrote, as a slur, an insult to all Latin Americans of Spanish descent. So again, this is what they fought for. So again, anybody that is from Latin America, anytime you just so happen to see them, they are white. If you wonder why it is that the population of Caucasians is so high, it's because it's inflated. And it started all the way back before a lot of us were even born. So like I said, I'm asking again, looking at this information directly in front of me and you, how is it possible that these same people are directly trying to tell black people, like, hey, you're causing a problem, you're causing a ruckus, you're causing this, you're causing that, when you just got here yourself? You wasn't even actually here. You had to basically fight for rights because, again, you just got here, right? But yet you just saw a video of a man up there, quote unquote, the black and brown coalition, that wanted to talk to another black person in such a way. Isn't that something? Funny, isn't it? Sounds like somebody's trying to be like one of their gods of which they follow, of which they want to be directly up under. Instead of trying to, honor and be proud of your heritage and where specifically it is that you come from, you literally fought tooth and nail in order to be considered white. So much so that you're speaking in the exact same way that you would normally have them speak to black people back in the 1900s and the 1800s. Amazing. But yet we're supposed to come together. We're supposed to have this camaraderie, black and brown coalition, and everybody kumbaya, my lord, and the America is just going to be one homogenous type of deal. No, obviously not. Or maybe I got things misconstrued. Maybe I'm wrong about history. Maybe this is not history. Maybe this is Chat GPT. Maybe this is AI generated. I don't know. Anybody can look it up. Anybody can search it up. But all I know is I'm going by the evidence that I have directly in front of me. And these are the words of the very same Latin Americans, the very same Latin Americans of which their descendants are here at this moment in time, going at tooth and nail Black people, especially when it deals with reparations coming directly to the Black community. Even though I showcased to you directly in the same video that the same people against reparations for Black people are for their own people coming directly fresh across the border, fresh off the boat, however it is, directly over to this country, and they're getting $10,000. They're getting housing. They're about to get driver's license. They can afford to magically be police officers. They're getting debit cards with thousands of dollars. They're asking American citizens to house people who just got here. That's crazy. Just imagine if another country asked their countrymen and countrywomen, hey, come over. You see these Black people coming over here from America? Open up your doors to them. Ain't nobody opening up their doors. Those doors are staying shut. Matter of fact, those city blocks are staying shut too, because Black people are going to be on the street. But everybody wants to act like, oh no, humans help humans every single day. This is just, no, it's not. No, it's not. So again, shout out to the people out there for the quote unquote Black and brown coalition, because I don't see no coalition. I don't see no humanity. I don't see no camaraderie when it deals with this video.